Good day, students. Welcome to mathgotserved.com. In this clip, we're going to be taking a look at how to write equations of lines using the slope-intercept formula. Don't forget, we have practice problems at the end of this presentation, so be sure to watch the entire presentation and try those practice problems to demonstrate mastery of the contents of this tutorial. Alright, so the instructions for the examples that we're working on are first to write the equation of the line through the given point and with the given slope using the slope-intercept formula. So to get us started, let's take a look at the steps that will be guiding our problem solving process. So here are the steps that we're going to be following. So first things first of all, you're going to write the slope-intercept formula. Alright, you write a slope-intercept formula to avoid making mistakes. So the slope-intercept formula, as you already know, is y equals mx plus b. It's called slope-intercept formula because it tells you the slope m and the y-intercept b. And then what you do next is you label what you're given. You're going to label the x and y values. So label x and y, x, y, and also your slope. X, y, and m. Don't forget what m is. M is the slope. Alright, so label x, y, and m. And then after that, you're going to plug in. Alright, you're going to plug in x, y, and m. The reason you're plugging this in, you're going to plug in x, y, and m into the equation in 1. To find what? To find b. Alright. And then step number 4, you're going to write y equals mx plus b again, this slope-intercept form. And then now finally 5, you just substitute or plug in m and b. Plug in m and b. And you're done. Alright. So the only missing piece that we're looking for in this whole process is that b component, your y-intercept. Why is that? Well, it's because m is going to be given to you, so you just have to find b using the point and m, and then you plug both of them into the y equals mx plus b form, and you are done. Alright, so let's take a look at the first example. Let's say the line goes through the point 2, 3, and that line has a slope of 2. So what's the equation of the line that goes through this point and with that given slope? Alright, so first step, write down your slope-intercept formula, which is y equals mx plus b. So we're going to label x, y, and m. So in this problem, this is your x right here, the x coordinate, and this is y, and this is your m, your slope. Alright, so we know what x, y, and m are. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug in these values into this equation. Alright, so you're going to have your y is 2, so 3, sorry. So you have 3 equals the slope of 2, which is m, 2 times your x value. Alright, so m is 2 times your x value, which is also 2, plus b. That's step number 3. Label x, y, and m, and then you plug it into this equation. So your x goes here, your y goes there, and your slope goes for m. So now we're going to find b. That's the goal here. Alright, so we have 3 equals 2 times 2 is 4, 4 plus b. To get b by itself, you simply subtract 4 from both sides of the equation. When you subtract 4 from both sides of the equation, you get your b value. Alright, 3 minus 4 is -1 equals b. This adds up to 0. Okay, so b is -1. Okay, so from b, now we're going to rewrite the slope-intercept form again, y equals mx plus b. So we know what b is. We also know what m is, right? We know that m from the given problem, the slope is 2. So we're just going to plug in these two values into this equation, and then we're going to have y equals mx, which is 2x plus b plus negative 1. Okay? I will simplify that. Right in slope intercept form, you have y equals 2x. When you multiply different signs, you always end up with a minus 1. That is the equation of the line through 2, 3, and a slope of 2. All right, let's try another example, question number 2. So for number 2, let's say we have a line that goes through the point -3, -1. All right, so that's the point, and you have a slope of -4/3. Okay, so let's go ahead and write the equation of the line that goes through this point with that slope. Okay, so following the same steps that I have outlined here, first things first, you write down the slope-intercept form of the equation of the line. Next, you label your x, y, and m. So this is your x, this is your y, and this is your m, the slope. All right. Step 3, you plug it into this equation, y equals mx plus b. So y is -1 equals m. M is -4/3 times x, which is -3, plus b. B is what we're looking for. Okay. If we simplify this, we're going to get -1 equals, now how do you multiply -4/3 and 3? You can write this as a fraction. When you multiply, the same signs as always a positive, so slash and dash. And then you can divide the 3. 3 goes here 1, 3 goes here 1, and multiply across, okay? 4 times 1 is 4, 1/1. 1 times 1 is 1. So you just have 4 here. -1 equals 4 plus b. To get b by itself, you simply subtract 4 from both sides. All right, when you subtract 4 from both sides, you are going to get your b value. All right, so -1 minus 4. Signs are the same, you add and keep the sign, -5. This adds up to 0. And then this is b. So your b is -5. All right. So now, so let's write it in the reverse order. B is -5. You rewrite your slope-intercept form of the equation of the line y equals mx plus b. We know that b is -5, and from the problem originally, we also know what m is. M was given to be -4/3. So plug in these two values into this equation right here. All right. When you plug them in, you're going to have y equals mx -4/3 x plus b, which is -5. And then when you simplify it, you get y equals -4/3 x plus times minus. Whenever you multiply different signs, you have a -5. All right, so there goes the answer to question number 2. All right, so now let's take a look at two special cases where you do not necessarily have to use the steps. You can use the steps, but in these cases, it's beneficial to, you don't have to use it. All right, so number 3, let's say the line goes through the point 1, -5, and they have a slope of 0. All right, so this is a special case. So whenever you have a slope that's 0 or undefined, is either going to be x equals a or y equals b, one of the two. All right, so for slope of 0, this is just something that you want to keep in mind, which is that when the slope is 0, you have your equation is going to be y equals whatever your y coordinate is. All right, let's just say k. All right. When the slope is undefined, guess what? Your equation is going to be x equals the x coordinate, whatever the x coordinate is. So to help you remember that, just recall your Mr. Slope guy, right? So going up, positive, going down, negative, and they have the nose undefined as an x, and then the mouth, right? Horizontal is a y. So just remember Mr. Slope guy, all right? Mr. Slope guy tells you if you have a vertical line, it's x equals something, and it's undefined slope, just like we have here. And then if you have a horizontal line, the slope is 0, and it's going to be y equals something. All right. So in this particular case, we don't have to do all the work. Of course we can, but all we just have to do here is know that this line has a slope of 0, is a horizontal line. There's no rise, right? You just keep running at a fixed y value. All right. So in this particular case, your answer is going to be y equals the y value, which is -5. And that's it. All right, so let's take a look at another special case, number 4. So for number 4, let's say that the line goes through the point -1/2 and 3, and you have a slope that is undefined. Alrighty, so what's this one going to be? Slope that is undefined. So remember, your 0 slope is horizontal. You have y equals blah. For your undefined slope, you have a vertical line, and it's going to basically be x equals your x coordinate value. All right. So in this particular case, we have undefined slope, basically the nose of Mr. Slope guy. So you're going to have an x equal 2 situation. So this is your x coordinate right here for undefined, y coordinate for 0. So we have x coordinate for undefined. So our answer is simply going to be x equals the x coordinate, which is -1/2. And that's it. There's a way you can actually share work for this one, but since it's a special case, it's quicker just to know the shortcut, which is what we're going over here. All right, so just remember that for the x coordinate, you have an undefined slope, and then for the y coordinate is for the 0 slope. So there you have it. Okay, let's try some practice problems. All right, so here are some practice problems that I would like you to try out, 5 of them. So go ahead and pause the video presentation at this time and try out these 5 practice problems. Once you are done, click on the playback button, and we're going to reveal what the correct answers are. Welcome back. So hopefully you had a chance to try the practice problems. Here are the answers for number 1. The equation of the line is y equals -3x minus 1. Number 2, y equals -5/3x minus 4. Number 3, y equals -8x plus 5. And number 4 is a special case. The slope is 0. So remember, 0 is for the y, and undefined is for the x, right? So in this case, it's going to be y equals 2. And number 5 is another special case. Undefined is a vertical line through the x value. So it's going to be x equals 5. All right, so how well did you do in these practice problems? If you got them all right, go ahead and destroy that like button. If you have any questions about these practice problems or what we went over previously, specify it in the comment section, and we'll be more than glad to assist you. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this presentation. A special thanks to all those who've been supporting our channel with your shares, likes, comments, and subscriptions. Tons of support resources can be found at mathgotserved.com. Do check it out, or take a look at the links in the description below. Thanks again for watching. We will see you in the next video. Goodbye.